Hey guys, this is Danae. I am exhausted. I worked a 13-hour shift today, so I've been home from work for a little bit. I got up I think maybe 5:40. This is ridiculous. So I got up at 5:40 and I think I left my house at 6:20. I live in Connecticut and I work in New York. Um I think I got to work at 7:02 and there was still a good amount of traffic. So, I made it on time even though I was supposed to be there at 7. As long as you clock in before 7:05, you're good. But I had a long day, lots of people coming in. And it was just exhausting because prior I worked 3 nights in a row, got off Monday morning, and then had Tuesday to recover. But it's kind of hard to recover from nights, so I couldn't sleep well. So then I had to be on the 7 a.m. today, which is Wednesday. So I just wanted to come to you guys real quick and talk to you about applying for a license in multiple states. And I can only speak from my personal experience. Someone asked me to make a video about this. So I only have a license in 2 states, in the state of Connecticut and the state of New York. And they were asking if I applied for my license at the same time. So yes, I applied for my New York license and my Connecticut license at the same time. One thing that surprised me, and sorry guys, I still can't find my tripod stand for my phone, so I am working my arm muscles again, holding my phone. So excuse it if it's shaky. But back to Connecticut. Connecticut has an online system in which you can apply, and New York is paper. I was shocked. I got my New York license within 3 weeks versus my Connecticut license that took maybe 6 to 8 weeks, even though it was an online process. And it was super easy and convenient to do the Connecticut license because it was online. New York was not as convenient. You had to go print the paperwork, handwrite everything in, and then mail it into them because it was like a PDF. You couldn't even like fill it in. So New York was easier and they didn't have like random requirements. I think they might have wanted just to see that you passed the boards and your diploma. The state of Connecticut wanted your diploma to see that you passed the pants. And they had this form that is supposed to calculate how many pharmacy hours your school had you put in or was in your curriculum, something like that. So that was a part of it, and you can fill that out directly. I recall sending that to my program and them filling out that form, and then I think my program like submitted it to the state for me, the state of Connecticut. And the only reason I even remember this process is because I was trying to hook my coworker up with a position in Connecticut. And he was asking me like, oh, Danae, how did you go about getting the Connecticut license? So each state that you apply for your license in will have different requirements and require different forms and take a different amount of time. Some might be mail-in. I feel like everybody should be on the electronic system, but New York isn't, and they were way more efficient than Connecticut. Also, this is a misconception, and I want to tell people this just so you know. If like my hospital, we have so much attending oversight. It's really good because if I don't really like to give narcotics, so I didn't have a DEA. I literally just got my DEA. And I don't have a DEA in the state of Connecticut. I was under the impression that a DEA was like national. And like as long as you paid your $730, you would have your DEA, but that's not the case. It is per state. So that's something to think about, is like, yeah, you pay a license fee in Connecticut and you pay one in New York. New York lets you keep your license for 2 years, and I think Connecticut makes you renew every year on your birthday. So even my first Connecticut license only lasted me 6 months, which I thought was a ripoff. And I think New York gives you 2 years. But anyways, back to the DEA. The DEA is 3 years, and it's $730. in Connecticut, and then you have to get a controlled substance license as well. So you apply for this controlled substance license on the same website that you apply for your PA license in the state of Connecticut, and that's $40. And then you can apply for a DEA, which is $731, and that's still only for the state of Connecticut. So now I have a DEA, and I got it for my urgent care job, but that DEA doesn't transfer into New York. And if I wanted to prescribe narcotics, yeah, I have prescription privileges in New York, and through my job. But if I wanted to prescribe narcotics, in the state of New York, I don't have a DEA, which I don't mind, because anytime I need a controlled substance, which I really rarely do, I just ask the attending to write for it. And I love not having a DEA in New York, especially like when people are like, oh, I want this and I want that, and I'm like, sorry, I can't do that. So I can't help you with that, unfortunately. You know, I'm not big on giving narcotics unless you actually need them. So it's that's been good for me. So guys, that's basically the process of getting your license in 2 different states. All right, bye.